Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. When was the last time you've gotten a raise? Been a long time. When was the last time you got overtime? That's been a long time. Sure, why? What people don't realize is we got two components out there that is killing your standard of living. Free money provided to CEOs from the Federal Reserve, and then the way the CEO is being compensated. CEOs are not compensated on performance anymore. CEOs are compensated on stock options. That's how they make most of their money. So as long as the Federal Reserve will give them money free, they're going to focus on the CEO buying shares back to pop that price up to make that stock option. That's why you're not getting paid. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You know, we come in the morning, we have what we call coffee talk, but we just don't sit around and throw the bull, or joke or laugh. Our coffee talk is serious. Every morning before you start out investing, we have an intense discussion on what is going on and where we should be investing, because it's all about not the money, but where you're putting that money. Join my gang, philsgang.com, and enjoy the best coffee in town.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You know, every day we hear from Wall Street. You turn on the TV, and they're telling us how the economy's great, everything's great, and these are the same people that run the 401ks, who, with a 2% fee, take more than half of your money and put it in their pocket. You will never retire comfortably in a 401k. But try to convince 90 million people, it's almost impossible. People just don't listen. They get comfortable and stay with these 401ks. They don't work. You're not going to be able to retire. It's simple. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Join the gang, try it for a month, and we're going to show you how to use a chart. And that is going to put you in such a comfort zone of retirement.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. Go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. There's one thing we're focused on, and that's beating this thing.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, my name is Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. The 401k big lie. They tell you invest $10,000 a year for 30 years, compounded at 6% annually. You will have a grand total of $245,000 to retire. That is not true. That is not the truth. What they don't tell you is the hidden fees. There's 27 hidden fees in your 401k. When you're all done, you lose half of what you put aside for your retirement. That's right, half. And another thing, you're not allowed to do individual stocks in a mutual fund. And you're not allowed to make money when stocks go down. That's ridiculous. Would you buy a car with just forward and no reverse? Why would you ever be in a fund that you can't make money when the stock market goes down? Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. There is only one talk show host, Phil Grandy, who delivers both social and financial talk. Not even Hannity or Rush can deliver a 1-2 punch like that. That's Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Phil Grandy is unique, the industry leader, the first talk show host ever to combine social issues and finance into winning stock market ideas. That's Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
They just told us right away that we're going to house you, we're going to feed you, and every single one of his medical bills is just all taken care of.
They've saved my family from financial ruin. It allowed me and my wife both to focus on the most important thing, which was the health and well-being of our son.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes. And that's what makes St. Jude so magical.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything will be taken care of.
We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, people make it too complicated. Wall Street tells you the market cap and the trailing PE and the forward PE and price to sales to confuse you. All you need to know is, does the stock have volume? What's that mean? Energy. What does that mean? If you have people buying a stock, enough of the stock's being bought, it influences the prices to go up. Join my gang, philsgang.com. We're using charting, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
What sectors do you want to rotate into? We like U.S. housing. There's a very powerful cyclical and secular story behind U.S. housing. As I mentioned earlier, we've got the U.S. consumer is in great shape.
Oh, yeah, U.S. consumer is in great shape. There's a great story behind housing. Well, they're telling you the wrong story. I just love these headlines. They come out with these headlines about housing, and it's just incredible. You know, there's a Democratic convention going on, and they when you get the big headlines, U.S. new home sales posted solid gains in the first half 2016. Are you nuts? Solid pace offers fresh evidence of healthy momentum in U.S. housing market as home buyers enjoy low interest rates. Really? Well, they're getting screwed by low interest rates. Hate to tell them that, because low interest rate doesn't give you a good job. Low interest rate, that means businesses don't invest. Businesses don't start. An entrepreneur wants to start a business, he doesn't start a business. We've never had so many businesses close, small businesses we're having now. Much more closing than opening. It's the startup business that creates all the good jobs in this country. It's the low interest rate that's the killer. You got to have good savings. From good savings, you get investment. When you don't have savings at a bank, I can't go to the bank and get a loan and expand my business. I can't hire more people. If I can go to the bank and get a loan, I can buy more inventory. That means someone else down the road, who I'm buying the inventory, he can hire 2 or 3 more people because I'm buying inventory from him. And it's a domino effect. I never heard of such a stupid thing. And when they tell us the economy is doing better, consumers are getting healthier, how can the consumers be getting healthier when durable goods sales, which is the greatest indicator of how healthy our economy is in the U.S., is a disaster? Durable goods is the big items. That's your appliances, vans that businesses buy. These are the big widescreen TVs. There's nothing better to judge how well the U.S. economy is doing, the consumer is doing, other than the durable goods. It's the best place to go look. It's unbelievable. But again, I love the way they leave out all these important facts. Anyways, welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. My name is Phil Grandy. The market, again, continues just to flounder. After we had that sell-off of 5%, which they, again, should have been a 20% sell-off because of the Great Britain getting out of the EU, And of course, they stopped it dead, made sure it didn't go down any more than 5%. It was like bringing in the fire department, like the rescue squad, like bringing in a SWAT team. That's what they did to make sure it wasn't going to drop any more than 5%. They sure wasn't going to let it drop like last August, 14%, or January, 14%. They said, we got to stop it. We got an election coming. We're going to stop it right here at 5%. Then they shot it right back up. Then they rigged the job numbers to 286,000. Oh, push the market up again. It's been stuck. That's it. It's not going anywhere because there's no earnings growth. There's no net growth. We're in earnings season right now. And when you see these companies coming out, they're getting clobbered. There's no earnings growth. What's an earnings? Earnings growth means there's no profits. Profits aren't growing. We're not seeing profits grow. That's bet you need profits to grow. So when profits grow, they can take that money and invest it back in their companies, give wages, give people more money. But they're not doing that. They don't. The profits, the little profits they have, they're going out and borrowing more money at 0%, taking that money and putting with the little profits they have, and they put it into buying their own stock back to move their stock price up, so to mask how bad the business is doing. But let me get back to this thing with the leaving out the very important facts in housing. The pace of home construction and purchases of new homes remain depressed compared to all the levels we've seen and all the other economic expansion. You take any economic expansion, any past economic expansion, you compare them. The pace of home construction now compared to them sucks. But nobody tells you that in the article. Okay, sales have nearly doubled. Think about this. From June of housing now. We're talking about house. Okay, now sales have doubled from June 2010, June 2011. Okay, lows of 28,000 to this June 54,000. So we're going from 28 to 54,000. But this is not good. This is still really down. This is down sharply from June of 2005 when we had 115,000 units. So what? We went from 28,000 to 54,000. And they're calling this terrific? When you go back to our peak in 2005, we had 115,000 units. So 28 to 54, what good is that? When we used to have 115,000 units. At the same time, we're barely exceeding the lows of 47,000 that we reached, guess when? Go back and look, June of 1991. And go look at 1992, 53,000. So when you start looking behind the headlines and you start looking at the numbers, the headline is wrong. The headline is wrong. So we're not, the home construction and the purchase of new homes are depressed, but they make you think, wow, I better go out and buy a home. So they don't point any of this out. Here's what they don't point out. This is what really gets me grumpy. They don't point out the population has grown. The population has grown. Sales rates this June was 166.7 per million people. That's better than the bottom of the housing collapse in 2010 and 2011 when the June sales rate hit 90.5. I agree with that. But that's a hell of a long way from June of 2005 where we had 388.6 per million. That's what now we got 166 per million. So you got to understand we have a population growth, but they don't tell you that. They don't tell you that. It's kind of like they also don't tell you when you also look at the numbers how retail sales are up. They don't ever tell you how many units they sold. They say retail sales are up. Well, they don't tell you the prices have gone up. We haven't sold more hats. You know, they should tell you how many units they sold, but they gloss it over by not telling you the units. They should say 5,000 hats were sold. But what they do is up the price on the hats because cost is going up. And they say, oh, look at this. Boy, the consumer is strong. Look, he's out there buying hats. Wow. Isn't he resilient? No, they're not out buying more hats. The price went up, stupid. I just love the way they gloss over this. So again, they never take into account the population growth. And right now, when you look at home construction and sales, we are so far down. We were at 388 per million in 2005. Today we're at 166 per million. So sales per million was at 166 June this year compared to June of 2005 at 388 per million. But gee, nobody brought that up, did they? Nobody does those comparisons. Just big headlines, U.S. home sales posted solid gains. Solid gains from where? What are you, nuts? We'll be right back. Take a look at some stocks. Join my gang. Let's make some money together when we get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with a prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Listen to what Fisher said, the former Fed governor.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish a wealth effect.
That's right. Did you hear that? They took the stock market, front-loaded it, ran at 200%, so we ended up not only with a fake stock market, but fake GDP, fake money, fake jobs, fake prices, fake everything. But we took advantage of that, and we're going to take advantage again. That's why I told my gang in May to short the market. On 5/29, that's May 29th, I'm telling you to short the stock market. And we were right. And the market went down over 11%. That's why you got to join my gang and learn how to short stocks just as much as buying them. Learn how to short with me, Phil Grandy at philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. There is only one talk show host, Phil Grandy, who delivers both social and financial talk. Not even Hannity or Rush can deliver a 1-2 punch like that. That's Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Phil Grandy is unique, the industry leader, the first talk show host ever to combine social issues and finance into winning stock market ideas. That's Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. There's so much bad news out there. Let me give you some good news. The good news is you can retire when you're 65 years of age. You can live the same lifestyle you've come accustomed to, but you're going to have to make a change. And what's that change? To get rid of your 401k. It's a scam. It doesn't work. We've never seen more people pulling their money out of 401ks than right now. $40 billion just in this last few quarters because they know it doesn't work. So they're taking their money and stuffing it in the mattress. That's not what to do. Look, it's not about the money you put away. It's about how you invest that money. And clearly 401ks don't work. But it does work here at Phil's Gang. philsgang.com, where we just got a return of over 35% in copper.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. Go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. There's one thing we're focused on, and that's beating this thing.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, my name is Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. The 401k big lie. They tell you invest $10,000 a year for 30 years, compounded at 6% annually. You will have a grand total of $245,000 to retire. That is not true. That is not the truth. What they don't tell you is the hidden fees. There's 27 hidden fees in your 401k. When you're all done, you lose half of what you put aside for your retirement. That's right, half. And another thing, you're not allowed to do individual stocks in a mutual fund. And you're not allowed to make money when stocks go down. That's ridiculous. Would you buy a car with just forward and no reverse? Why would you ever be in a fund that you can't make money when the stock market goes down? Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Welcome back to Phil's Gang Radio Show. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. We're talking about how they take the headlines and blow it up. And when you get behind the numbers, it's totally different. And today, they had big headlines. U.S. new home sales posted solid gains first half 2016. Solid pace offers fresh evidence of healthy momentum in the U.S. housing market. No, it's not. It's not healthy at all. What they don't take is the population growth. They don't take into consideration, but you got to. You take the current housing recovery right now they're bragging about is at 166 per million people. That has not even reached the level of the 1991 recession bottom when the sales rate of homes was at 185.6 per million. That's going back in 1991. We're not even at that pace. We're not selling houses even at the pace we were selling in 1991. And at that time, mortgage rates were at 10%. We were actually selling more houses when the mortgage rates were at 10%. Where now, today, the mortgage rates are about 3%. Thanks to the market manipulation, the interest rate manipulation. So let's think about that. So, and take the current house sales. The rate barely exceeds the June 1981 rate of 165.4 per million, when mortgage rates were at 16%. So we're doing better with higher interest rates. Why? What's going on? It's simple. We don't have productivity. I always tell you, you got to have productivity. Productivity is what gives you the lifestyle. That dictates our lifestyle, how we live, our family. You got to have productivity. We don't have productivity. Just because they dropped the prices down, we didn't get productivity. Sales haven't recovered because of low mortgage rates, like they're trying to make you think in this article. It's not happening. These low interest costs. That's not what's going on. The housing price inflation has been far greater than the gains in household income. There's our problem. They should be focusing on the household income. Give people good jobs, full-time jobs, not part-time jobs. Where Obamacare, we lost 2 million jobs. How about the coal companies? And Hillary Clinton says she's going to even kill them more. Going to put them out of business. Had Aunt B kept the 10-year stock, all she's been doing is keep on printing money and to get that 10-year treasury lower, to force those bond yields down, to bring mortgage rates down. That's what she's been focusing on. Print money, go out, buy the 10-year treasury, bring those rates down. So that the house affordability would be there. So what? house affordability. You got to have a good salary. You got to have a full-time job. Who cares where the rate's at? Who cares? If I got a good job, I don't care. If the rates were 2% and my hours got cut from 40 to 20, do I really care the rate's going down? Because she's out there printing money and buying 10-year treasuries to drop the yield down so I can go buy a house at 2% mortgage instead of 3%. Do I really care if I'm working 30 hours instead of 40 hours? Of course not. All she's done is stimulate inflation. That's all. At the cost of what? Lower production and and that's the key problem. You want productivity. See, that's bad because productivity is what we need. That gives us our standard of living. Low rates aren't always a good thing. That's why these academics, you take Bernanke before her, Aunt B, and you take Obama, they're academics. They've never held a job. They never created jobs. They don't understand this. From the 2002 recession to this year, median household income has risen by approximately 32% from 2000. However, the rate of sales per million people has declined by 22% over that same period. That identifies that the printing of money does not boost the economy. And when are we ever going to get that across them? For 8 years, they've been printing money for 0%. But our economy hasn't grown. We've been growing at a lousy 1.8%, rounded off 2%, instead of 4% like Reagan was, 3.8% like Bill Clinton was, 3.2% like Bush. This dope, 1.8%, 2%. All Obama did is cause the home prices to inflate. But household incomes aren't inflating with it. So production stalls. And when you stall production, guess what? Our standard of living goes down because you can't get a raise. God is so dumb. You need higher savings. You need higher savings. And that's the problem. They're killing our savings rate. That's the problem. That's the problem. Now, and we have low productivity, we have low wages, and that's why we have mostly part-time jobs. So let them build all these houses, but it's not booming like they say it is. That low productivity that they've been getting because of all this 0% money and the printing and printing to bring the 10-year treasury down, to get that yield down, to get that mortgage rate down, has not accomplished anything, and that's why our economy is not growing. The only thing we got as a result of all that printing of money and 0% money and it's low productivity and low wages. Part-time jobs are being created. 75% of our part-time workers. And when you become a part-time worker, then you start slipping into poverty. That's right. As soon as you become part-time, your next stop is poverty. This is crazy. We've had gains of just 18% in high-paying jobs. And we've had gains of 54% in low-paying bartender jobs. Under these policies, and Hillary says at the convention, she's going to have the same policies as Obama. Spare me, please. We'll be right back after this break. Take a look at some stocks.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. Aren't you tired of all the nonsense you hear from these financial shows like this?
Should I be worried about Bear Stearns in terms of liquidity and get my money out of there? No, no, no. Bear Stearns is fine.
And then they went bankrupt. This is what I'm talking about. This is crazy. Your 401k. They take half of all the money you put away. Look, it's not about the money you're saving. It's about where you invest it and not in a 401k. Join my gang. Start using charts. I'll teach you how to use a chart so that you can maximize your returns on the money you do have. And the earlier you get started, the better. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You know, every day we hear from Wall Street, you turn on the TV, and they're telling us how the economy's great, everything's great. And these are the same people that run the 401ks who, with a 2% fee, take more than half of your money and put it in their pocket. You will never retire comfortably in a 401k. But try to convince 90 million people, it's almost impossible. People just don't listen. They get comfortable and stay with these 401ks. They don't work. You're not going to be able to retire. It's simple. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Join the gang, try it for a month, and we're going to show you how to use a chart. And that is going to put you in such a comfort zone of retirement.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Aren't you tired of all the nonsense you hear from these financial shows like this?
Should I be worried about Bear Stearns in terms of liquidity and get my money out of there? No, no, no. Bear Stearns is fine.
And then they went bankrupt. This is what I'm talking about. This is crazy. Your 401k, they take half of all the money you put away. Look, it's not about the money you're saving. It's about where you invest it and not in a 401k. Join my gang. Start using charts. I'll teach you how to use a chart so that you can maximize your returns on the money you do have. And the earlier you get started, the better. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. We're a teaching format. Boy, do we give good service. You know, buying a stock doesn't have to be complicated. The reason why Wall Street makes it complicated is so to make you think you need to hire them. You can do better without them, believe me, because you're not going to have those big fees. Come to Phil's Gang, where we'll show you an easy way to buy a stock. philsgang.com, where we don't make it complicated but profitable.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
They just told us right away that we're going to house you, we're going to feed you, and every single one of his medical bills is just all taken care of.
They've saved my family from financial ruin. It allowed me and my wife both to focus on the most important thing, which was the health and well-being of our son.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes. And that's what makes St. Jude so magical.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything will be taken care of.
We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. You know, there's nothing worse than you're investing in a stock and during the day something happens and you don't know what to do. You don't know who to call. Or you call somebody and they just give you a bunch of BS. Not here at Phil's Gang. We value every gang member. During the day, you got a question about your stock, you contact us. We have the best service in the world. philsgang.com. You're not alone. You're a gang member.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Stock Corner is brought to you by the Phil's Gang video channel. Go to philsgang.com, click on the video channel graphic, and check out Phil's free videos on the market, economy, and current events.
And go to my site right now, my website. If you have a mobile device or any device, computer, whatever, listening to me, you can see the charts, my MV2 chart. Now, just go to the site, and where it says radio, you can see it right at the top. There's a band up there that says radio. Click on radio, and that brings you right to YouTube. And it's archived for tonight also. Because I want to show you something. We're talking about housing. Let's talk about making some money. Let's talk about making some money with home builders. Now, I don't have to know anything about Pulte Homes to make money. I don't have to know anything about Pulte. What do I need to know about Pulte Homes? Nothing. Do I need to know? Let's say I go to buy Hovanian. Do I need anything? Do I need to know anything about Hovanian? Tongue tied. No. Do I need to know what Pulte's home, their market cap is, their trailing PE ratio or forward PE ratio? Is it too high? Is it too low? What about their price to sales? How about their price to book? Maybe I should know about their profit margins. What are you, nuts? You don't need to know any of that. With today's technology, color-coded technology, you don't need to know that. Or you don't need to hire somebody that knows it. You don't need to go to a broker or a planner or whatever that knows that. You're only going to create value if you take care of yourself. Well, take care of yourself. I've never seen in this country where somebody's ever given me anything. Are they going to give you something? Have you ever made money giving it to some planner or broker or financial guy and never knows you, doesn't know who you are, you're in a 401k? Have you really ever made money and held on to it? Of course not. No one's going to take care of you. Take care of yourself. That's why I devised this simple, so easy to use platform. If you want to follow this right now, we're going to do Pulte Homes. Just go to my site, philsgang.com. Right at the top, there's banners, it says radio. Click on there. Here's what I want to show you. Take Pulte Homes. I don't need to know anything about these people. All I know, it was red. She started to turn green right here. Started to turn green. I'm pointing it out right now. So when she started to turn green, that was telling me that the institutions back in January, guess what? Vanguard, BlackRock, T. Rowe Price, they're putting money back in. That's all I need to know. They're putting money back in. So then I go down right here, and I have to wait for confirmation. This one line has to cross over. Red has to cross over yellow. Now I got it green, red crossing over yellow. I buy it. I get it around $15. And then it turned red. It turned red when I got up to around $18. Now that is about a 20% return. 20%. Cut it in half. 10%. That's it. You didn't have to know anything about the company. The computer, the screen, the site, MV2, is set up to identify, and it signals you when the institutions are buying and when they're buying enough. But here's the most important thing, when to get out. So it turned red on Wednesday, March 23rd, after we got in on Friday, February 12th. So isn't it nice? It turns red. Will your planner call you? Would your broker call you and tell you, hey, it's time to get out? Did you ever get one of those calls? I don't think so. So you would have secured your 20% gain. Here's another opportunity. It was red. It was red. And then all of a sudden, bam, it turns green on June 30th. And it went from $18, where it is today, near $22, green. That's another 20% gain. Here, I can show you right from here. I'm not making this stuff up. Right here. So you got in here. It turned green. See the red turned green. And here we are today up here. So there's two areas where it went from red to green. And the key was, now when it's green, up here when it turns red, we'll know to get out. See, the biggest problem you've always had with the stock market, you've always had to call somebody. What should we do? What should we do? Should we get out? And he's always going to tell you to stay in. It benefits him to stay in because he gets paid on how big the fund is, not how much he makes for you. Now, this last couple of weeks, my ambassador group, if you remember, in the last couple of months on the air, I kept saying, get in with Macy's, become a gang member, and I'll give you the number, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. I said, become an ambassador, get in. Now, for those who did, Macy's, what a beautiful thing. Macy's has turned green at around $30, $30.84. And today it's up at around $37.20. Now, what is wrong with that? That's a 20% gain. Cut it in half. Cut it in half. Say you got in at I don't know. Say you got in at $31, and today it's $36. So you got in 31 to 36 when it turned from red to green. 31 to 36. That's about a 16% gain. So it's turned right here. You can see it. I'm not making this up at all. You can see it. All right. So anyways, join the gang. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-GANG. Steve will talk to you. Alex will talk to you. Tommy will talk to you. You're not calling China or the Philippines, okay? All right. I want to get back to you. This is amazing. Again, they keep telling us how the economy is doing so well, and they pointed out housing. And it's a bold-faced lie. Okay? It's a bold-faced lie. This printing of money to sell it to the banks, to sell it to big companies, buy their own stocks, has done nothing for Main Street. We've had 5 consecutive quarters of year-over-year negative earnings. That means negative net profits, but the stock keeps going up. Why? Because they're creating a bubble. They're pushing the stock up, forcing stocks up without any profits. Manufacturing has plunged to a 7-year low. Factory orders, industrial production is the weakest in 10 years. Productivity dropped for the fourth quarter now in a row. Are you kidding? Durable goods, that's the most important one to look at. Then you look at the core capital goods. They're leading indicators of the economy going forward, the growth. They're terrible. They identify for you, especially the capital goods in the durable goods section, which include tools, machinery, equipment, cars and trucks that are produced, they use for business, like vans. They are tanking. So what do you do? Well, our savings, they're not going to raise rates for savings, so we're not going to increase savings, so small businesses aren't going to expand, so you're not going to be able to get a good job. Not until that happens. Hillary's not going to do that. Hillary's not going to do that. So try to make some money. Try to make some money. Just join my gang, and again, there's no such thing as a stock market, but it's a market for stocks. I got a few minutes. This is unbelievable. Did you hear this last night?
Hillary Clinton has never quit on anything in her life. We need to pour every last ounce of our passion and our strength and our love for this country into electing Hillary Clinton as President of the United States of America. And my view is that if you can't run your own house, you certainly can't run the White House. Can't do it. Don't let anyone ever tell you that this country isn't great. Hope is making a comeback. It is making a comeback, and let me tell you something. For the first time in my adult lifetime.
Oh, yeah. Then she goes on and talks about who is best for setting an example for our kids than Hillary Clinton. A liar? The FBI comes out and tells us she is a nut. She is a liar. Her own husband, Michelle Obama's husband, doesn't even set a good example for their own kids. He is a liar. Remember? Hey, you can keep your doctor. Hey, we're going to be the most transparent. I mean, are you kidding? Are you nuts? What are these people thinking about? We'll be right back after this break. It is now 43 past the hour here at Phil Gang. Join my gang, 877-600-GANG, and get the color-coded chart.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandi, philsgang.com. Listen to what Fisher said, the former Fed governor.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish a wealth effect.
That's right. Did you hear that? They took the stock market, front-loaded it, ran at 200%, so we ended up not only with a fake stock market, but fake GDP, fake money, fake jobs, fake prices, fake everything. But we took advantage of that, and we're going to take advantage again. That's why I told my gang in May to short the market. On 5/29, that's May 29th, I'm telling you to short the stock market. And we were right. And the market went down over 11%. That's why you got to join my gang and learn how to short stocks just as much as buying them. Learn how to short with me, Phil Grandy, at philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? Reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you'll be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, my name is Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. The 401k big lie. They tell you invest $10,000 a year for 30 years, compounded at 6% annually. You will have a grand total of $245,000 to retire. That is not true. That is not the truth. What they don't tell you is the hidden fees. There's 27 hidden fees in your 401k. When you're all done, you lose half of what you put aside for your retirement. That's right, half. And another thing, you're not allowed to do individual stocks in a mutual fund. And you're not allowed to make money when stocks go down. That's ridiculous. Would you buy a car with just forward and no reverse? Why would you ever be in a fund that you can't make money when the stock market goes down? Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of the public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. It's been 7 years now since Obama ordered his Fed chairman to lower the savings rate from 5% to less than 0.25%. With a false narrative, it would spur economic growth and jobs. Everyone would have an opportunity in this economy. That's what he said. But what it spurred was a front-loading of the biggest, fake, unsustainable stock market rally of 200%. That's what it spurred. Now, most people did not participate in that rally because people got out of their 401k in 2009. And they said, just get me out. I want nothing but fixed income. And they got killed because with low interest rates, fixed incomes get murdered. You got to know what you're doing. If you're going to really retire, you got to be associated with the stock market. That's why you come to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Let me give you my number so you can join the gang. Go to philsgang.com or go 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG, where you can talk directly to Steve, or you can talk to Alex or Tommy, and he'll explain the program. So I just showed you on my site. Go to philsgang.com. It'll be archived tonight. I just took Macy's, and I showed you from where it turned green. Started to turn green around $31.50 to where it is today. That is a 16% gain. But here's the important thing, not the gain. Those are easy to get. Here, right back here's another one. That's about a 12% gain when it turned from red to green at around $30.50 to around $34. That's probably about maybe 5%, I would think. But yeah, that's 16%, another 16% gain. That's not hard. What you never get is when no one tells you to get out. But now you've got control. You know exactly when to get out. Your kids will tell you to get out. Have your kids watch it. When it turns red, tell them to come get you. But you don't have to do that because, again, if you're a gang member, you know exactly what to do. So go to my site, philsgang.com, or call now, 877-600-GANG. You'll explain the program. It's only $39.95 to become a gang member per month. Jeez, that's it. Okay. You know, what's amazed me at the Democratic convention last night, there was no flags. They did not fly a flag. Did not fly one American flag. You know why? Because it's made up different now. The demographics are different. Half of the people at that convention are socialists and communists. That's right, half. Listen to this. This is Joe Kernan, who loves, Hillary Clinton can't do anything wrong. He's with CNBC. I mean, not Joe Kernan, I'm sorry. Joe Kernan is arguing with John Harwood, who is just a real butt boy for Clinton. Listen to this.
And it's true, like, you know, I watched my children grow up over the past 8 years, and it does matter who's in the White House. They're watching now a battle royale in one of the main parties in this country between socialism and capitalism as a form of economic, as a form of an economic system. So it does make a difference. I think it's very,
Which side won?
I think it's very strange that we're half of that convention center is pining for a self-branded socialist.
Well, it's not half, Joe, because Hillary Clinton won the nomination, so she got more than half.
15, yeah, we saw the emails, though, John, and the superdelegates, so we know how she won.
Yeah, right. Deny. There's Harwood going, oh, gee, I should have said that. Unbelievable. Here's what they're talking about. Let me see if I get my arrow. Here's what they're talking about the kids. Michelle Obama said last night, this is what gets me about kids.
In this election and every election is about who will have the power to shape our children for the next 4 or 8 years of their lives.
So, Hillary, you want Hillary to shape our kids? Here is a lie. Just one of many. Remember the Fed? Remember she said she only had one server, and then the FBI director came and said, oh, no.
Secretary Clinton used several different servers.
That's right.
We assess it is possible that hostile actors gained access to Secretary Clinton's personal...
Right, she lied. That was just one of many lies. And then how she lied about Benghazi. That she said it was a video when she knew it wasn't a video. So, are you kidding me? So, there is Michelle Obama saying that you want Hillary Clinton, you want our kids to follow Hillary Clinton as a role model? A liar? A total liar who also sells her position for money? She sells influence? She's a cockroach. She's a parasite. Are you kidding? Her own husband is a parasite. I mean, can you imagine her kids? I mean, her own husband's telling them, I mean, think of what the husband is a liar. He's teaching them the kids to lie.
If you like your doctor, you will be able to keep your doctor.
Yeah, remember that? And he's also lazy.
Laziness.
You're lazy?
You know, it's interesting. There is a deep down underneath all the work I do, I think there's a laziness in me.
There's a real laziness in it because he never went for productivity, he never went to create jobs. So last night they're telling us, okay, again, that those emails were hacked. They were hacked. Are you kidding me? They were hacked and somebody changed them. Are you kidding? What a lie. But here's the worst thing. You want Hillary Clinton to be the role model for your kids when she hijacked the DNC. She hijacked it. Are you kidding? And then she uses her lapdog, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, whose mission statement for the DNC would be to secretly advocate for Hillary against Sanders. Schultz and Hillary were working together to make sure that Sanders had to fund his own campaign, while the DNC, under Schultz, would be part of Hillary's campaign. All the funds would flow to Hillary's campaign. Get this. Do you remember when George Clooney met with Hillary and she said, I want you to help me raise money for all the down-ballot Democrats? And he said, sure, I'd be happy to do that, because she said, I'm for that, because you're going to get plenty of money, but I want the people who are running in my state to get money too. She said, well, no problem. Here's what we do. I'll use my name, and then you have people will set up a dinner. If a person sits with you at dinner, they have $350,000 to sit with you. Imagine that. You got $350,000 to sit next to George Clooney. You had to pay him $350,000 to eat with him. I hope he didn't slurp his soup or slurp his coffee. $350,000, are you nuts? if you're in the same room at another dining room, you got $5 grand. Anyways, came up to $61 million is what he raised. Well, guess what we found out in the emails? That Hillary and Schultz took all the money and kept and only sent 1% back for the down ballot Democrats. So then they said in another email, what if they find out about this? What will we do? What will we do if they find out? How do we cover ourselves? An email said, well, we'll get Joe Scarborough to help us. We'll put on Joe Scarborough's show, and they gave the name of a Democrat. And then another email came back and said, well, we can't use Zoloff. We'll use Zoloff. We'll put him on Joe's show. Joe will help us cover this up. And then they wrote back another email and said, well, we can't use Joe Zoloff. Why? Well, because he's peed off that he's one of the guys that didn't get money. He's a down ballot Democrat, and he got screwed out of his portion of the $61 million. So he won't go on Joe's show and lie with Joe about this. I mean, it's just amazing what these guys did. And I mean, it's just crazy. And what really got me is when I heard her last night say, Michelle Obama, Hillary Clinton should be the role model for our kids, not Donald Trump. And did anybody see Donald Trump's family, the kids? I think he did a pretty good job, don't you? Isn't that amazing? You would have a liar, someone who sells influence, someone who lied to Congress, someone who lied about Benghazi be a role model, and she's destroying the coal industry. You know, it's interesting, isn't it? Obama and Hillary are going. He started destroying the coal industry. She's going to finish destroying it. What is that? You know, they keep talking about they got to destroy the coal businesses because of the CO2, because of the carbon. Are you kidding me? The people in India, they have like 1 billion people. Just breathe in the 1 billion people put out more carbon than any coal mine. Are you kidding? That's unbelievable. This environmental stuff is wacky. I mean, they are using the environment to shut down these coal mines, and they don't care about the environment. They care about taking control of people. Coal production, due to all these EPA regulations, in the first 3 months of this year, was 173 million short tons, the lowest quarterly level in the United States since all these major coal EPA things have gone in, regulation gone in. You know, electricity generates, or accounts, I should say, for 90% of domestic coal use. 90%. And when you go and you look at China and you look at India, they're not involved in this, you know, hey, let's get rid of let's shut our coal mines down. They're building more coal mines. They understand it's all a bunch of malarkey. They just want to control us. Get rid of the jobs, make everybody poor, then everybody has to be a Democrat and live off the government. What are you, nuts? Join my gang right now. 877-600-GANG. Get my color-coded chart.
Listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to make my dreams.
Hi, I'm Phil